You ever try to date again after healing and suddenly realize, I can't date the way I used to because I'm not the same person anymore? Yeah, that realization right there, that's what today's episode is about. Welcome back to Steff's Signature Corner. This is season 2, episode 14. And today we're diving into something every grown woman and grown man needs to hear. Calm down, calm down. The romantic reset. Because whether you're single, dating, or somewhere in the middle, healing changes what you accept. Growth changes how you love, and of course, elevation changes who you attract. And once you start becoming a better version of yourself, you cannot go back to the kind of love you used to settle for. So let's talk about it. Slowly, honestly, and with a little humor, because dating will humble you. Let's start with me. Because I can't tell y'all to reset without being real about my reset. I used to love with my whole chest before I knew if the person deserved front row access. But the healed version of me, I'm wiser, calmer, I listen more, and she sees through energy quicker. And she does not confuse attention with effort. And for my man listening, y'all feel this too. When you grow up emotionally, you stop chasing temporary attention and start wanting real partnership. Healing changes all of us. And speaking of change, that brings me right into why our standards evolve. See, once you grow, your standards can't stay the same. I mean, it just can't. It gotta change. And I'm not talking about the shallow stuff. I'm talking about emotional standards. Peace became a requirement. Clarity became a requirement. Honesty and consistency became a requirement. And the same goes for men. They want respect, effort, communication, and peace. Growth teaches both sides what really matters. Which leads right into the type of love I want now. And the type of love healthy people choose. So let's talk about this soft love, because it hits different when you're healed. Soft love is not weak. It's not silent. It's not passive. But it is mutual respect, emotional safety, consistent communication, intentional efforts, peace instead of chaos. And that's a nice list, if I say so myself. I love the mutual respect. And here's the part we don't talk about enough. You know, men want soft love too. A man wants a safe space just like women. A man wants emotional softness just like a woman wants emotional safety. And soft love only works when it's supported by boundaries. Speaking of boundaries, it's time to talk about the red flags we're done entertaining. Let's go ahead and shift into the things we're not playing about anymore. At this big grown age, we're not negotiating certain behaviors anymore. I don't negotiate with terrorists. Red flags apply to both sides. Not just men, because women, we got red flags too. And red flags, for me, it's inconsistency. Ooh. No, I cannot. Poor communication is another. And if you do not know how to communicate, I don't have the mental agility. Disrespect? I'm not going to disrespect you. Therefore, meaning you do not and cannot disrespect me. Emotional immaturity, we grown. Remember that. Manipulation, don't you dare try to manipulate me. No, absolutely not. Jealousy, that's a huge red flag for me because here's the thing. This day and age where we are, there are women who make just as much money as men. There are women who are out there that's a go-getter, that has businesses, that's the breadwinner. Nobody has time for you being jealous because she has and you don't have, or vice versa. Avoidance is another red flag. Don't avoid me or conversations. Love bombing, yeah. And then one-sided effort. Remember, that's men and women. And listen, if someone is confusing you, the answer is already no. But you know what helps? Recognizing the green flags when you see them. Because we often talk about the red flags. So I want to shift the energy because healthy love does exist. Green flags for grown, healed folks looks like consistency. Baby, be consistent. If you go out and, I don't know, buy some flowers every Wednesday, be consistent with that. It's an old blues song that says the things you did to get her are the things you need to do to keep her. I'm not saying that you got to go out here and buy all of these things, but just be consistent as a person. That's huge. Honesty. That's another one. Green flag. Love it. Be honest with me because I'm going to be honest with you. We should be able to sit down and have an adult conversation and truly say, hey, that hurt my feelings. Or I went and talked to my ex because we needed to talk about something. Be honest with somebody. Accountability. Own when you are wrong. That is the most beautiful thing that I can ever see. I love when someone says, hey, I apologize. I was wrong. You were right. Peace. That's another amazing green flag. If I could just sit down or you can sit down and I'm just at peace with you. Stability is huge. We need to be stable. We need to have something together because we can build and make it more. We can make it plentiful. We can make it very fruitful. Emotional maturity is huge. I love that. Reciprocity. Love that. Spiritual alignment. Now, everybody may not be spiritual. And people's spirituality is completely different nowadays. I'm not here to judge. I can't put you in heaven or hell. But there are things that you just have to make sure that you're good with. And if you see that your spirituality and someone's aligned with that, that's beautiful. That's a green flag. Efforts. Seeing them put forth the efforts, for me, that's a green flag. And then reliability. I need to be able to rely on you. And if I could do that and you can rely on me, that is a huge green flag. For me, when you think about a green flag, it's like you sit down in front of that person and you sigh. It's one of those, you just let it all out. You're not tightening your chest. Everything is relaxed. You're comfortable. That's great green flags. And when you're a parent, green flags matter even more, especially if you got little babies, toddlers, mid-age kids in your home. That's huge because you got to think about who comes around your kids. And that brings me to dating while you are a parent. So let's get into this part because dating as a parent is a different story. You're not just dating for yourself at this point. You're dating for the peace of your entire home. Because if you got chaos happening and you got kids in your house and this man or this woman ticks you off, the house ain't going to be peaceful because you're going to come home, kids going to be running around, you upset. So that matters. You gotta you gotta pay attention to those things and know exactly what's happening. Being a parent changes your priorities. You protect your space differently. You move slower. You observe more. You introduce people carefully. And you love with more wisdom. And whether you're a mother or a father, dating in your becoming season requires maturity. But there's one thing that matters most, and that's involving God. Let me say this gently. If God isn't in your dating life, confusion will be. When God is not in it, peace leaves, clarity leaves, boundaries are blurred, patience fades, and chaos is knocking at the door. It's underneath the rug already. It's just waiting for you to open the door. Shake the rug off, sweep. It's there. It's like the pot has been stirred. When you think about God being in it, conversations are flowing. Intentions are clear. Effort is consistent. And peace remains. Alignment show up. Now, I'm not saying that you don't have, conversations and heated conversations and things of the sort, but the conversation flows. And that's important because this time I'm not dating without God. I honestly recommend that for everyone. All right, y'all. Thank you for joining me on this romantic reset. Love doesn't have to be chaotic. Healing doesn't mean you won't find love. It means you'll find better love. Here's your gentle challenge for the week. Write down what the healed you actually needs in a partner. Not the old you, not the you right now, the healed you. Identify 3 red flags you refuse to negotiate with. I won't entertain these at all. Identify 3 green flags that matter deeply to you. Is it God? Is it conversation? Is it stability? Think of those things. And then pray over your future partner and your own readiness. You deserve clarity. You deserve peace. You deserve grown, aligned, intentional, healthy love. And God is not done writing your story. I love y'all, and I'll talk to you in episode 15.